What it do, YouTube? Bringing another banger, but this time it's not on Destiny. It's over a game I was willing to give up Destiny for. I'm going back to it now because it's been making major moves in their updates. I didn't give up on the game, I just got bored of playing it. Nobody was really on it anymore and it was in a bad state, kind of like how Destiny 2 is now. But now I'm going back to try it out, get my mojo back. Let's do this. The Division made some loud news when it first was presented at E3 in 2015. A couple months after the release in 2016, The Division had problem after problem after glitch after glitch the whole year. Mid 2017, after all the content was released, they said they would not give up on the game. They will continue to tweak and push out updates to make this game the game that it's supposed to be. If you just Google The Division game problems, you will find hundreds, probably thousands of videos on all the glitches and game breaking problems it had. The Division in 2018 is booming now, especially since the top looter shooter right now, we looking at you, Destiny 2, is in another slump for the 4th year in a row. What a surprise. Who would have saw this coming? Honestly, I didn't see it coming, but it doesn't surprise me. So why is it booming now, you may ask? Well, there's still gear to get, always gear to get, and they've implemented classified gear, which is the rarest, hardest, best thing in the game to get. They also keep adding new exotics. The most important thing though is global events. That's what I'm about to tackle now. So what are global events? Global events are PvE focused events and do not affect PvP, such as the DZ, PvP, or skirmish. They add new challenges and playstyles to missions. They are also the best way to get classified gear sets. These events are the equivalent to Destiny's Iron Banner or faction rallies. Come once a month and last only 1 week. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Global events have leaderboards based on your performance in the mission, and also global event commendations, which are kind of like achievements, things that you do during the global event to unlock other things like rewards, I guess. The event has mods called global modifiers. For example, increased headshots or an everlasting burn effect when you use fire rounds or something like that. Those modifiers will affect every PvE aspect of the game, and there are additional modifiers that can be activated for specific missions that are linked to the global event throughout the game. Each global event has different modifiers called global, threat 1, and threat 2. Again, these modifiers only affect PvE, which includes underground, survival, and last stand. Global modifiers are usually a positive one, more headshot damage. Threat 1 modifier will be an additional challenge to a mission, and they expand on the global modifier. Threat 2 modifiers are tailored for groups and combine the global modifier with the threat modifier and add a group challenge on top of that. That modifier can only be activated when you are in a group and usually makes the mission easier. Now I know you're probably thinking, okay, that sounds like a lot of work, so I better be getting some pretty hefty, heavy ass rewards coming out of this. Now let's get to those rewards. Whenever you do a PvE event, main missions, dark zone PvE, incursions, HVTs, underground, survival, last stand, you will get global event tokens. Now you're thinking, okay, this sounds a lot like Destiny. Another token system? Now you can see why I was attracted to this game. Destiny and The Division have a lot of similarities. So after you get these tokens, you can exchange those tokens for caches from the global event vendor in the terminal. The more modifiers you have active, the more tokens you get as an in-game reward. The better you perform on the leaderboard, the more guaranteed classifieds you will get from classified caches. You cap out on the tokens at 10k, and whatever you don't spend carries over to the next global event. That is what makes this the best classified gear farm. Also from the rewards are vanity items and or cosmetics such as weapon skins and a whole vanity set. There is also 3 masks up on the screen now that you can get from completing accommodations. These masks will be in the next global event starting tomorrow, January 23rd, all the way up to January 30th. With that said, you spend the tokens on 2 different caches. Assault, which is just high end or gear set for 900 tokens, or superior cache for 1500 tokens. With these drop rate possibilities, this is the best type of loot box, and the extra bonus you get added in just from buying a cache, it's 100% guaranteed you're going to get something good as hell. These 3 masks are obtained through specific accommodations called personal space, motion blur, doable. I believe they are in order left to right, easiest to hardest. That is not necessarily saying they are hard to get. get, just progressively harder than the last. All rewards from the leaderboards will be handed out after the event ends. There are also tiers to the leaderboard rewards, as you can tell on screen. Now you're probably thinking, okay, what is the fastest way to get these global events so I can get the most amount of caches and classified gear? Well, that is the question. Seeing as tomorrow will be my first event, I don't have a farming method to give you, but there are plenty of YouTubers out here who have already done previous global events that have some pretty good ones. I'm just going to do the next best thing, and I'm going to show you everything that you can do and what you can get from it, and you can try to help determine what's the best possibility. If you find it, make sure you comment below so I can see it and post it up here and give you credit for it. Here's a list of everything that gives tokens. Last stand caches and survival caches give 85 to 170 respectively. Global event missions give 50 on normal, 75 on hard, 125 on challenging, 175 on legendary. Incursions give out 125 and heroics give out 175. You can also gain tokens from doing just regular missions. Normal gives you 150 to 200 with the bonus. Hard gives you 225 to 300. Challenging gives you 750 to 875. Legendary gives you 1575 to 1750. Incursions on challenging give you 650 to 775. Heroic difficulty gives you 900 to 1075. The named bosses in the incursions in the event go from 17 to 58 tokens. Open world and DZ bosses drop 150 tokens each. Weekly HVTs range from 400 to 750 tokens. The daily HVTs range from 100 to 225. All of these tokens have been calculated on a per hour game. After all that being said, we now know what global events are. So tomorrow, January 23rd, marks the 4th global event and my first global event. This event is called Ambush. The global modifier is called Ambush, always active. Threat 1 modifier, Covert Ambush, ambush behavior, plus damage then health diminishes while moving. Threat 2 modifier, this is the one for group play, Strategic Ambush, Covert Ambush behavior, plus damage diminishes when close to allies. Then we have the global event playlist with Queen's Tunnel, Times Square, Broadway Emporium, Police Academy, and Dragon's Nest. And the main reason to even attend this global event, we get 4 new classified gear sets: Alpha Bridge, Firecrest, Hunter's Faith, and Tactician's Authority. All of them sound pretty good to me, especially Alpha Bridge and Tactician's Authority. Hunter's Faith is a close favorite for the people that like to snipe. Alright, let's wrap up this video. It was a pretty long one, but I think we all got the point. So by the time this video has been posted, global events should be already up and running. Let's get out there, let's get these classifieds, and let's wreck in the DZ. I'm out.